Hey, it's your Monique 69 Ways Johnson. I'm here with another recap review of Reasonable Doubt, Season 2, Episode 7. And with me, I have a panel of people of AKJTV, The Lawrence Report, Candy Love, and lighting it up with Letitia. Right? Hey, you're on mute. Okay. Um,
Hi.
Hey, hey.
What up?
What's goody? What's goody?
we're going to get overall thoughts of this episode. Was it? Because this was a Jax and Lewis heavy episode. It was the main focus, would you say, versus the trial.
Absolutely.
So,
Very
was
deep.
how would you rate this episode?
I would rate it a 10 times 10 times 10 because we are dealing with couples, trials, tribulations, and struggles, the human experience, not just Black couples, but just couples in general. This is the human experience. And then we got some backdrop of their relationship when it started. I love that. And it just led us up to this very, very ending moment, which we're going to talk about. It's incredible.
Yes.
I love the writing. Love the writing.
Suburbia Jones. Where you been? Hey. All right. Yeah, we live. So anybody else? What's your other rating of Lawrence Report? What's your rating?
This right here was the best episode that we have seen, period, in Reasonable Doubt. Like, it's beyond a 10. It was that good. I watched it again earlier today. Of course, I saw it when it first came out, but I watched it again earlier today because I knew it was going to be on this live, and I was like, yeah. Whoever wrote this right here, amazing.
Yes. Okay. Candy.
Yeah, I give this episode a 10. I only was able to watch it one time.
Mm-hmm.
But it made me shed a thug tear or two or three or four, you know. It was real life. It hit home, you know. It was real life. It was a real life episode. Not my life, but it was real life. I've seen it. I've seen this movie play out a lot of times, you know. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. What about you down there, Letitia? Lighting up.
Okay, so I don't want to give it a 10, but I'm gonna give it a 10. It had all the emotions, all the feels, a little bit of redemption, but still fair enough of side eye. So oh, it's just a very unfortunate situation, but I still give it a 10.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it was just definitely one of those episodes that they could bring up a conversation, like what we about to have right now through this episode of the battle of the sexes, like different opinions. Y'all might be shocked about my opinion.
What did you rate it? Hold up. What did you rate it?
Oh no. I give it a 9. I give it a 9.
Oh, she broke the cycle.
Really?
Right. I've never heard Monique say anything beyond an 8.
Now I want to hear why she said a 9.
Well, I like the episode, but it was like a lot of with the flashback. It was just so short. Some of the flashbacks were short. It was tedious. I mean, I guess he did. I don't know. And with Lucy, I wish they could elaborate more with her. Hopefully, they might do that next episode with that her ex, her crazy ex. So even though this was a Jackson Lewis focal episode, but I do want to see more with Lucy. They just sprinkle her in, so that's why I gave it a 9. Age twin. Okay, we got to get this started. The episode start off with Lewis coming in the house, And he said, I got to tell you something. And then she says, what about the baby? It was a lot of cussing because it was a lot of F bombs from her. She was pissed and she said, I know you was not about to come in this house and smile in my face while saying anything. Y'all think he was gonna really tell her the truth or not? If she just say what she said initially, she said what about the baby? And then oops, now I gotta tell you.
I think he was going to tell her the truth, but I feel like he didn't know how. I kind of feel like on the last episode he would like, even the last episode he wanted to, especially when they was getting intimate. I kind of felt like he wanted to tell her in the last episode, but I believe he was about to, but it just went bad. It just went so bad.
Yeah, it really did. And she admitted that she saw him at the hospital. And he lied that he had to work. And he was kind of like mum's the word at first. And she basically saying that you lied about where you was at and who he had sex with. And he just lied. And she asked them like how long, when did it happen, basically. And she said they linked up at JT party. She asked him, did he go out on a date? Took out on a date. She said, no, it was just sex. And she said, how many times? 4. Did you use a condom? He said one time they was drunk and high and it went raw. And he talked about she said she couldn't get pregnant, but he still took a chance and shot up the club. And and here we are. And at that point, she was getting sick. That's why you see the picture at the bottom. She leaning over. She like about to throw up, like because we know Tony is a pastor, and you going in that raw.
Mhm.
It was
Lewis
a
is the
chance.
reason why I had a hard time giving it a 10. Because I don't believe for one moment. I just feel like he should have told her earlier than this. I mean, I didn't like his stance, his whole, um, well, I wasn't going to tell you until I was sure. I mean, that could be, you could think about it like that, but his stance was more so like, I mean, because if it wasn't mine, there was basically no reason to tell you. Absolutely not. There was still a reason for you to tell a whole baby, not just you kissed somebody else. And by the way, I didn't know you had you not only shot at the club. I didn't know that you did it more than one time. I thought it was just that. I don't recall. Did we see them do it more than one time? I thought it was just the one time.
I thought it was one time too, but he said 4. So
So when he said 4, I was like, oh my gosh, it was ongoing. It was an affair.
yep. And then she's asked him when did it first happen, and then he said this is after when he saw her with Damon.
Exactly. This is where I jump in to defend my guy. Okay. As I said last week, we're taking points off for the line. We are. Okay. As I mentioned also last week, my man had his own plan. Now, if that picture didn't get out, if Jax didn't see it, if even if he came in the house and didn't say anything, when he found out whether it was his or not, he was going to tell her. I know y'all like, yeah, he should have been told her. No, he had a plan. He wanted to be sure. And I'm with that. Why would I go out again? She said, why didn't you tell me earlier? And he said, come on, Jax. Let's see how that would play out. You would still be crazy mad either way. It would complicate things even more. Well, I tell you now or later. So whether people agree he should have told her back, when it first happened or whatever, we won't escape the fact that he lied. And I was like, I can't defend you on the lies, bro. I can't do that. Can't do it. But as we go along in this session today, we're going to find out exactly why he messed up. He's not dumb. He just had his own plan, Candy. Okay. He just had his own plan. He was going to tell her. But we'll talk more about what the way that he's handling it. He realized that he wasn't handling it right, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
Pause in the draws. This is a high profile case.
So that's not on
And
him.
but JT may have impregnated the lady that Lewis was having smecks with. Therefore, Lewis and Jax could be brought in for whatever reason. I don't know, but you know how things go.
But it ain't
Tony
going
with
that
her
way.
weird behind may want to say, well, maybe Lewis did it. Hell, Jax, maybe you did it. They may want to do that just because.
Speculation. Objection.
So,
That's speculation.
hey, stricken from the record, whatever you want to say. I don't care.
Objection.
I still think it was like Lewis got to be. If it wasn't a high profile case, yes, we can say whatever we want to say. Don't tell her at all. But because of this situation at hand, and you gotta play smart.
Bruh, this happened way before this case even came down. What are you talking about? The pregnancy happened a while ago.
When did
This
he find out?
pregnancy happened when he was shooting up the club. So before this case came about, boom. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah, he needs to be on the low. We talked about this last week. The man was trying to get a paternity test to find out for sure if it was his baby. And we didn't know that the paparazzi was going to show up. We didn't know that.
It's a high profile case.
So?
Oh, exactly. That's why TMZ, whatever they are, was
TGC.
there. Yeah, that's exactly why they were there. Because of you. Go ahead.
He put her in a very difficult situation. She could have been I can agree with you on almost everything, Jay, except that Tony is in the mix. And this woman had the potential to put that in her face.
Yeah.
Tell the paparazzi. She's going to be in court. She could have. We're gonna get to it, but
she's too timid to even think that way. Honey is too timid to even think that way.
She's sleeping with all these married men. That's all I'm saying.
Honey is
very
terrible.
irresponsible.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
That's sick. Thinking about it.
I agree with you. Yeah. Honey. Man, on
that lady knows something about my husband that I don't know. That is ridiculous. Heck no.
Okay, wait till we go along. We'll get there. I can't wait for the therapy session.
Oh, the roasting session, you mean?
Oh no.
There was no therapy there. That was a ish talk.
I want that therapist. That guy is really good for both of them. Like I said, I'm gonna be fair. I'm not gonna be all team Lewis or all team Jax. I'm gonna be fair on this one.
Okay, so we get a flashback. It was a crash in October 2007. With Jax, I guess, crashing into Lewis. I want to say something like that, and he hopped out the car smiling, like I'm a Lewis and stuff like that. And I guess they exchanged information. And because I guess it's like a day or a couple of days later, we see him calling Jax. And I guess he wanted to like take her out or link up for coffee or something, or take a walk somewhere. And we see this little spark form into between those two. Took a walk in the park. I guess they're getting to know each other as friends first. And that was a cute little scene, which I think of these flashbacks.
I think the flashback was great because it basically showed us how they met and how the progression of their relationship continued throughout the years. Because I can't remember if we ever figured out how they met, but this right here definitely showed us how they met. And like I said, just all the trials and tribulations they faced throughout the years from the beginning to where they at now.
Anybody else?
No, it was cute or whatever. That was cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
But hold on. Does it seem like he saved her in that moment? Because she hit him. And Like he just
Maybe
let
that
it
was
go.
his plan. Maybe that was his plan.
Oh, you know what? Because who stops at a stop
That's a
sign?
terrible game plan, though. Let me let her hit me in the back so I can meet her because she fly.
Yeah, he told her gas station.
I don't
That's
want
not
my car being messed up because I like this girl.
right.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
That was cute though, Letitia. Though, yeah, maybe he planned
I'm just saying, he got all these plans. They don't ever seem to work right though.
it.
All I'm
Oh,
saying.
ooh, that was a jab. That was a jab. I got
Yeah.
you.
So we see her throwing up and on the phone, and we see the text mess. She texting no, Lewis texts her about I guess take her time and how sorry he is and stuff. And they have a counseling therapy session that day, and asking when she's coming. And she said, "Yeah." You see her texting what she really want to say, and then she deleted it, and then they say, "Yeah, okay." And then we get a scene of her at the office. Um, we see our girl Crystal. She is like she looking at a book, and then Corey walked up on her, and he asked her what she was doing. She said nothing. He ain't buying it. So our girl is studying for the LSAT, and he asked her like, why you hiding it? Why you want to tell Jax?" And I think she think Jax will be upset. I don't get that from Jax. I know she's has a temper or a directness of this certain personality, but I don't think she would be mad at Crystal for wanting to improve her position or her education and stuff like that. And then she walked in on their conversation, and then they had to change the subject, and they also went in and talk about the case. And that's all I can remember at this time. Any thoughts? Uh,
No, I'm just glad. I hate she. Well, I'm not gonna say I hate. I don't know why she thought Jax was such a hard person to talk to, as if she couldn't tell her that she was, studying for the, LSAT. And I didn't get that from Jax. I see Jax as a person. I don't get that from her though. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, what I can't remember Crystal's job title. I think she may be just a secretary, but I'm like, that position can always be filled. Like I knew that Jax would want her to advance her life and to advance her career. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is major for Crystal.
yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Anybody else want to chime in?
I
No,
concur with the panel.
same. I like Crystal. I think anybody who especially as hard as they work and as much as she works with Daniel and everything, I would think that Jax would think her next position in life would be to want to go to law school or whatever. She could be an asset, an additional asset. Um, and I just, as a whole, I think women sometimes we downplay ourselves, we don't tell what we have going on because we don't think that we're going to be supported, but you won't know whether or not you'll be supported or not unless you put yourself out there. So, just a word to the wise.
Yeah. Excuse me. So, moving on. So we get a scene of Lucy. I guess she's leaving the office. She's in the lobby, and I guess her secretary ran after her, brought her some flowers, said, "These came for you." And she says, "From who?" She said, "Peter Thompson." Her face dropped, of course. And she turned around, and there he is with another bouquet of flowers. And um she like, "How did you find me?" And he said he want to work it out. He want to be there for his son and stuff like that. So we know that like this is her ex, because at first we didn't really know who Peter Thompson was to her. We just know it was somebody who's locked up. So that they have a son together, and they look like they was married at one point. And Yeah, she asked the security, like, can you escort the gentleman out? He like stalking me. She like, he gotta go. And then we get a scene, Jax and Corey at the office talking about Chantel case and stuff like that. I think about the psychologist. It was somebody they need to call to the stand or something they was talking about, and he ordered lunch, Chinese food. You know, Jazz got a lot on her mind, and she said she got to go. She said thanks, but no, I got to go. So, what's your thoughts on both of these things?
I'm sorry, but this scene right here, but this white lawyer is just not piquing my interest at all. I'm sorry. You know, whenever she's basically on the screen, I actually fast forward it because it's just annoying me, and her hairstyle is annoying me as well. That little bob she got, yeah.
I like our new Bob. I think they're trying hard to get us to like Lucy.
Mm.
Because she stepped on the scene real harsh. But my whole thing with Lucy, I'm like Houseway. Like, didn't you just call yesterday to ask about Peter Thompson and they said incarcerated? No, why is he out? And also, she a whole DA. They don't have any type of protections for her, knowing that this man was an abuser of some sort. I don't get it.
Mm. Mm.
Even I got a call. I mean, I was in a DV situation years and years and years ago, and when he had been locked up, and then when he got released, or actually ran, I got a call. Hey, basically, be careful, whatever. He may or may not be in the area, all that sort of thing. She didn't get any kind of notification. No, she a whole DA. I don't get it.
I don't get it
Yeah,
either.
that was weird.
That's
That
a
was
good point.
Yeah, that is a good point because
Yeah, I think it's just for the storyline. Real life, it would have went the way that you said.
right.
TV, they just add this in, just for the drama, right?
But don't nobody care about Tony though. But go ahead.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in her before. They are trying to humanize her. They are trying to make her not like, the one that we should hate, let us have some type of sympathy or empathy because of this crazy dude coming. I mean, he's like, I want to be a family again. She's like, get him out of here, right? But I want to address the bottom two picks.
Yep.
And I want to say that Corey Chestnut, as Candy calls him, I think he was trying to set up the scene. You remember the scene, right? The
Yeah.
whole wet dream scene, because he brought in Chinese. Okay. I don't know if y'all peeped that. So I think he was trying to set that up. I know you need to go with your family, but I got some food for you. We can do this. Oh yeah, yeah. So I peeped that out. Shout out to Corey Chestnut.
Um,
Jay, you trying to recreate that scene in your head again?
No, he's trying. I ain't trying to shoot. If I was in the scene, then I would recreate it. Yes.
I think
We
you get
go.
another opportunity later on.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. That's
He kidnapped her, but go ahead.
that boy.
action.
That boy ready. Go ahead.
Any other thoughts on this? Can I move on?
No.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. We here. We at the therapy session, and they on opposite sides. Even the doctor noticed it. He said, "This is like a vast change," Um, and I guess they told him about the side baby of what's her name? Pony.
Honey,
Tony.
honey, honey,
Pony.
Tony.
Thank you. Of Honey and stuff like that. And
honey the homie.
I'm
Oh,
not
you
gonna
know.
be honest. I don't remember what was said.
Go, Jay, remember. Go ahead, Jay.
Go
And
ahead,
just
Jay. Go ahead, Jay. We know you got it.
No. Candy, you remember. Let's see what you remember. Because you called this the roasting, so I want to see what you remember.
Oh, I don't. I watched this one time now, but see, I don't remember. I just remember they went back and forth, and she called him that ninja. I'm sorry. He has been reduced to that ninja because of the way he handled the situation, and he got a baby on the way. Um, and then he threw everything back at her. Was like, do I have feedback?
Yeah, I'll take it from here. So
Okay, thank you.
he basically said, you have the audacity to call me that ninja when you was out here throwing that pee around with your clients like it's Christmas. Ooh.
Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay.
And then when you were screaming in the middle of the night, screaming his name, waking up in the middle of the night, I was holding you. Okay. And I had to get over that. So I should be the one, that should be forgiven, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if you know what, if it wasn't for me, we wouldn't even be married right now.
Ooh,
I was like, dang.
Burn.
So you don't call me that ninja. Don't reduce me to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still the proud black man that you can talk about. You know what I'm saying? You see the way I take care of the kids. I'm making tacos. You know what I'm saying? I'm improvising right now, but
Right.
I was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So yes, in the beginning, she tore him down. He had to leave and go stay on the couch, with what's her name that put up the mortgage. Oh my God, we'll talk about that. But yes, right here, he's telling the truth too. So I'm being fair. Yeah, but then the therapist is like, listen, at this point, we're gonna have to have separate sessions, and then we either gonna work this out or we're gonna have to talk about, the whole divorce thing. Yeah, this was deep.
good
Yeah.
Any
job,
thoughts
Jay.
on
Good
that?
job. Good job.
I'm just gonna say Lewis was definitely trying to pour his heart out on that couch, and he's like, but Jackson's like, listen, I thought you was that type of end I could depend on, but you still not that end I can see right now. And I did love how he did claim that he was the only one fighting for the marriage. I don't know if I necessarily believe that right there, but yeah, he's putting it all out there on the couch.
Yeah, now he didn't say he was the only one fight. He said if it wasn't for him,
Oh,
they would not be married. You know what I'm saying?
gotcha.
Like, was it for him coming to the rescue, coming to, say, hey, you know what? We need to get back together. Your life was almost taken by this ex-con. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay together. Let's keep it together. So if you remember that from the first season, you know what I mean? That's all he was saying.
Because she didn't want to go to therapy, right?
No, he didn't want to go to therapy.
He
She
didn't want
did.
to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was totally on his side in this one because she was just going too low. I mean, and the audacity for real. That's how I felt. I was like, girl, the nerve of you. When I do believe the first time he went to go cheat was, because of the issue that, him seeing her with Damon or whatever. But after that, I was like, ugh. But no, I totally agree with him in this session. She was out of line.
Yeah, it's like you kicking somebody while they down. You know what I mean? It's like he was already down. He already was feeling bad about, not telling her when she wanted him to tell her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is your husband. Like, he already down. And it's like, what she say? What is this? Real Housewives of Love and Hip Hop. I laughed at that.
Yeah.
But I can understand her anger though. Let's talk about the other side. I could truly understand, and she may have went too far with you, the ninja, but I still can understand why she was so angry in that moment. She felt betrayed. She was lied to. So again, being fair on both sides, I can understand the anger, but still, you don't need to go there. I mean, he ain't that ninja. You know that.
Because also, if you remember in the last episode, right, where she had that therapy session with a white woman, and she was like, yeah, something that's just too good to be true. I'm paraphrasing here, right? And that was a part of women's intuition, right? She knew that something bad is about to happen, but I can't get excited about it yet because I know that's about to go down, and this is what happened.
Yeah. She was waiting on the other shoe to drop, Lauren.
Yes, that's the words I'm looking for. Yes, right there. Yes.
This is like a double-edged sword right here. Like you can feel him and you feel her as well. It's like if it wasn't for the first season when we saw them not together and
You a mess, Suburbia.
being with other people, this will be a totally different conversation. But because they have done their dirt, it's kind of hard to be team this or team that. It's like we see both sides of
Both sides, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying in the
because both of
beginning.
you all have done dirt, but
Right.
he just shot the club up, and
And if she was a dude, she would have shot the club up too with all the stuff she was doing. Okay, let us not forget
Yes.
season 1. Okay,
Yeah, she was passing it out. I ain't mad. I mean, she really
like it's
was.
Christmas, yo. I was like, damn.
She was.
Her anger is more towards who it was with, or who it was with in the baby.
And the lies.
It wasn't.
And the lies.
Still be this.
But quick question: would Jax would have been like quick question, just a piggyback up what you're saying? But would Jax would have been more upset with it being Tony or just a random side or just a random girl? Like, what do y'all think about that? Like who would Jax be more upset with?
I don't think it made it any better that she knows Tony. It's not like she wanted this to happen at all. I think she'll be equally angry no matter what, but it's just more of a slap in the face because it is a B that she knows. Like she said, that's just crazy and embarrassing. On top of the fact now I have to cross-examine her.
Yes, true.
Yeah, it just intensified it even more. If it was a side chick, she'd be mad. But this is like 10 times over with the same chick as what's your name again?
JT.
Monique 69 Way said last week. It's like they was talking about her last season, like she the hoe, she the pass around.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, now you having a baby with the pass around? Yo, this is crazy.
I think the nickname I saw for her was, I think the nickname I saw for her was the PTA pass around.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's why they calling her, man. The PTA pass around.
No, honey,
that's bad.
And again, I don't like
a basketball wife pass around. Good God.
I don't want to be like Corey Chestnut. You know what I'm saying? It's all about optics. I'm not here to slut shame, but we're talking about the show. Okay.
Yes.
Any other
thoughts? Move on.
No.
Okay, we get a scene where Jax and Sally and the friend that I forget her name, but I guess she let them know about what Lewis did, what happened with Lewis and Tony and the baby, and she like sharing her discernment for like she got to cross examine Tony on the stand, and Sally had piped up like don't let this interfere with my cousin case. She like and then she said if it does we're gonna have a problem, basically. That's what she said.
This made me mad. I was mad, yo. Like you again, the audacity. Okay. All right. You putting up mortgages, you doing all this extra stuff behind your husband's back. You got your own problems. You know what I'm saying? Don't be adding no pressure on Jax. Like she made me mad, dog. And even when she came in the door talking about you always gonna be that ninja, I was like, oh, I just want to, but I can't because I'm a man. I would never put a hand on a woman. I'm just saying.
I'm your sister. I do it.
Okay, sis, please go handle her because she made me mad. She made me mad.
Right.
Quick question: Have we seen Sally in the courtroom yet?
Not yet.
That's it.
Hey, that's telling, ain't it? Thank you,
I'm just saying, this your ride or die cousin. I need you to be in that courtroom. You dig?
Foreshadowing, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
thank you, Lawrence.
And I'm glad you said that too, because did you see that look that Sally and the other friend gave each other? It was very subtle, but they looked at each other. I was like, "But what was that about?" I don't like Sally, and I think she's guilty of sin anyway. So
that's a good eye because I did kind of see that too. Are you telling me that the other friend may know the truth too?
I think okay, because I believe that I don't know why we can't remember her name. I just call
Yeah.
her the supportive friend, but she's just very non-judgmental. She's non-judgmental of all of her friends. So I think that
Mhm.
she does know. I think she does. She knows more than
Usually it's that
the
that
rest.
Switzerland friend. It's the Switzerland friend you can't trust because she's in between. You can't tell if she's on one side or the other. You got to watch them.
True that.
Was
Mhm.
Mm. Well,
so yeah.
Sally, you got to cook your turkey next week, sister.
And Sally come home to see Lewis and her husband making their beds on the couch. Now they roommates. Um,
Said roommates. That's a good one.
they are roommates.
Shout out to DMX though. What these
Yeah,
witches want from a
but
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
it was saying it. That
that
was
was
funny.
literally perfect time, man. Old buddy, I can't think of her husband name, but he's like, yo, I got a question. And we play that.
Yo,
I was like, yo,
shout
that's
out to the musical directors for real. We said that last.
This
Yo,
episode.
they just dropping these joints like on time. I
yep.
can't wait till we get to the end though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. And they were just talking. And her husband is still mad at her, rightfully so. And Louis trying to give. He said you need to take your own advice of going to therapy and stuff like that. What y'all thoughts on that whole conversation? Because that's all
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
You okay, Mo?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. Like it was a good session with the brothers. All right. Because this is how we talk. It is how we talk. Like, like what they want, da da da. And we trying to advise each other. Well, you the pot calling the kettle black because you need to handle yours too. And what the husband said at the end made some sense. Like you being unhappy to make everybody else happy doesn't work.
Mm.
Yes, he
Mm.
said a whole mouthful.
He sure did.
Yep.
So when he said that, I was like,
Including the fact that he said that Sally isn't who he thought she was.
that part. That part. She's revealing another side to her that we really don't
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
anyway.
She's peeling back the layers because when she put that house up for
For
that
Belle. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
bail, that said a whole lot. Even though I did not want to see it because I'm like, why would you do that? But I know why she did it because she is the reason why the man ain't here.
She's the
Doggone.
one. That all arrows are pointing to her, right?
Yeah, follow the money. Shoot.
Mm.
That damn Sally.
What you think, Mo? What you think, Mo?
I agree. I mean, I'm still mad at Sally from doing that. They talked about it. I thought they agreed, and she did it anyway. She really pissed me. I'm still pissed off about it. And then I don't like how she came at Jack at the table about like if it become a problem, then we have a problem.
Like, girl, are you paying for the lawyer? Jax is working for free right now. Like, are you paying for the lawyer? Like, you put your house up, yeah, but
She broke.
girl, right? Okay, be quiet. Because whatever you had to offer back then, you should have offered it back then. You ain't got it, so be quiet.
That part.
And again, and also, just to piggyback on you too, Monique, I didn't like how she came at Lewis either. Rude. I mean, no.
Well,
And even
If
if you
anything,
felt
you
like
and
that
Lewis in
as
the
her
same
friend,
boat.
I just feel like even if you felt that way as her friend, you just not in a position to be saying that right now. You need to just be quiet.
That's the pot calling the kettle black.
Right, we
True.
all about to be
Living in
homeless.
glass houses.
Right. Throwing rocks in glass houses, exactly.
Right,
Mhm.
and y'all about to be homeless in a couple weeks, girl. You better be honest,
Right.
Damn.
For life, and your husband is on the couch.
Your ass is on the curb, girl.
That's the real deal. You right about that. Dang.
I wonder how long it's been. So,
Probably a couple days.
You don't think it's been months?
Oh,
Nah, you know how they shoot it. We see it week to week, but some of these things is like, oh, 3 days later, this is what happened. It's 2 days later. You know what I mean? So it's happening so close, and the emotions are so strong. That's what I'm saying. Last week was like 2 days before, and now this is like the third day. That's the way I
Okay.
see it. The emotions are like right there.
okay. So we jump to July 2012. By this time, I'm guessing they are married, and they have two children, Spencer and the little girl. So it looked like they just had the little girl. She's a newborn. Spencer is a toddler, so Lewis was on daddy duty, and he trying to snuggle up against Jax, who is look like she's multitasking with pumping and doing some lawyer work on her laptop, and you know he was just saying that they need to get back in the rhythm, and he said that JT told him about this sex club and stuff like that, and he trying to get her to be open to it. And he said we can just go check it out and see what it is. And then if you don't like it, we can go, we can dip. And then we see her in the bed looking down and out, depressed. Probably thinking about their whole life. And then Spencer came in. I guess he was about to leave. Said his ride was on the way. He about to go somewhere, and then he noticed his mom in the bed. Um, I guess during the day, and he asked her what's wrong, and she said nothing. Boys, they know when their mom is down. So he went to go give her a hug anyway, even though she said nothing was wrong. So he came gave her a hug before he left out, said, he loved her and stuff like that. So what are your thoughts? Um, Lawrence.
I think a lot of times whenever women have children, sometimes it's hard for them to get back into their old routine. They may not feel as comfortable in their own skin sometimes, in their own body. And for men, we look at women in a different light. Don't matter, if she's gained a little bit of weight here and there, whatever the case may be after children. But I think this was the start that caused a lot of issues for them because Lewis is like, well, we can do this. We go to these parties, and this is how we can get the flame um, recharged up, right?
Yeah.
And from there, you know that because at that party there was another dude who was basically touching Jax, right? He and Lewis is sitting there watching. It made me think about season one when Lewis used to be watching Jax, get it on with other dudes. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-mm. So so that's a good point, Lawrence, that you brought season one, because that makes sense how comfortable he was just watching his wife getting town down. And it was I always like wonder like why he so comfortable just looking his wife getting down like that. It was just weird. I'll
At
be
first,
honest.
at first, I thought it was one of them Diddy type parties, but
Really
Oh
Lawrence.
Lord, here we go. We gotta stay
baby
away from
oil,
Diddy.
baby oil, buy one get one free. My bad. Go ahead, my bad.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Okay, Candy. Your thoughts?
I did enjoy the scene with the little fella I can't stand and his mama because I have a son and my son will sit on my lap to this day.
Spencer.
I know his name. I just didn't want to say it.
Spencer's a good boy.
He is a nuisance. He's a mama's boy to the core, and I can't wait for him to find out that his daddy done raw dog and shut up the club with a sloppy toppy trash cum slut bucket. Excuse
You
my
just
French.
want them to get a divorce, don't you?
And no, but I can't wait for Spencer to find out that his daddy and his mama are one and the
He
same.
ain't gonna find out.
And he gonna have to ride his daddy the way he rode his mama in season one. And I need it to happen. I need to see it.
Yeah,
I need to see it.
I agree.
Because he
Just
gave his mama the
trust.
blues last season. Nah, now
Agree.
listen. Get off my shoulder. Thank you.
What about you, vacay? Because you keep interjecting.
I object. I don't want him to find out. I want him to ride off. I want them to work things out in private,
So they gonna
okay?
find out about the
To
baby,
work
Jackie?
out what's going on with the
Maybe.
marriage, okay?
When are we gonna find out? When the kids gonna find out about their sibling, their
We
sister
don't
or
need
their
to worry
brother?
about that right now. We need to focus on this marriage
Oh,
first, okay? Can we
it's a
That
get them
whole
together
life.
first? Again, you said it. Who said it in the beginning? This is all about Spencer and I mean not Spencer. This is all about Lewis and Jax. Can we focus on that? This boy
Okay.
is trying. This boy came in. He saw his mama crying. Let me give you a hug, mama, because I could tell the vibe. I was the same way with my mom. You know what I'm saying? She in the bed. She ain't as lively as she usually is. I go hug my mama, and I see a little tear drop out. I knew something was going on. So, shout out to Spencer for real, because he did his son duty. Okay, he did his son duty.
They definitely gonna have to break the news to the kids, I believe, next episode. Because
Thank you, Lawrence.
we only got 2 episodes left, right? So I'm anticipating that they will end up telling those kids about y'all guys with a brother or sister that's about to be on the way, and that episode's gonna be crazy.
But hold on, what
And
is
it's
the
about
who is to
Slick
say
and Tony.
who is to say that she gonna keep it though?
That girl, 12 months pregnant. Jay, what are you talking
She
about?
is not 12 months pregnant. What are you talking about? She's not 12 months pregnant.
You said 12.
I thought she said she was keeping it.
She keeping that baby.
Yeah.
I said
She just didn't want to know
she may
who
change
was
her mind with all
father.
this drama.
She didn't care to know.
Listen, she at least good 5 months, 6 months pregnant. She got a belly.
Well, she ain't 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was exaggerating.
Thank you. See now you come. See your people's is rolling with me. Okay. Kids don't gotta know.
Oh, listen, my sister is all for that.
No, she's not. You just saw the comment. Your
My
sister
sister
with
is
me.
all for it. She all for
Thank
putting
you.
Tony in the car and burning that damn car up, I promise you.
Okay, the Honey part, yes. Okay.
Gee. What about you, Letitia? You've been quiet.
So what you're saying is Lewis introduced this open marriage thing, the idea of cheating. Thank you and good night. And he didn't follow the rules because here we are. And I am not, I think with us, we always want to keep the secrets, and then it affects so many people though. They need to tell the kids. They have the right to know their sibling. Um, it is what it is. Sometimes families are messy. It just is what it is. Period. My great grandmother, she was dating this man. She got pregnant, found out he got somebody else pregnant. She said, go with her, and she married somebody else. So it is what it is. Things get messy. We'll talk about it when we get to the point, because I don't know how I feel about them staying together, but if the kid's gonna be here, the kid's gonna be here. So they need to tell the kids, period.
I need them. I need Spencer to get Lewis the blues. For one thing,
No.
Lewis should have never wanted to go. I object. Should have never wanted to go on this little ride fooling with JT. That's what
Nope.
started. That's what started this mess. Keep your stuff in your house and figure out ways to turn each other on than to bringing in third parties and fourth parties. That's why where we at now.
Are you gonna tell Jax the same thing, bringing in the ex-con? Huh?
Well, I mean, hell, Lewis started this.
Ma'am, hold on. The man did not do anything until she brought in the dude.
They were not living together.
So what? They were still married.
Right.
Okay. I mean,
And
they
she's the one that
together.
initiated this sex thing when they were separated.
Well, he initiated when she had 2 things hanging from her breast.
I don't know for certain, but
I remember
in the first place. So there's that.
they both decided to go to the sex party. They both freaks. Okay, we know that. Let's be fair. All right. But we know that Lewis was not with Honey until after Jax was effing around.
but 3 additional times after his revenge.
So what? That's my point, is that it was after she initiated this sex with another man while they
Okay.
were still married and but separated.
Great.
But he
Okay. Go on to the next thing, Claudia.
I'm just saying.
You're not wrong, but who started all this dibbling dabbling?
Jax.
I can.
Am I wrong?
Take part in that.
I mean, just tell me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Jax the one with Damien with the ex-con dude wasn't she with the bodyguard too, something like that? What,
She was passing it out. We know that, Jay.
like Christmas?
Thank you,
but
Tamika.
Lewis was watching like Christmas.
He was a voyeur. He likes that. That was a turn on for him. He probably was whacking his willy while he was getting Willy Wonk in the chocolate factory.
I bet you wanted to see it, didn't you?
No, not that. No, I want to see. No.
Who started, Tamika? So who started, Tamika?
That's a good question. How do we know did Jack start? That's a good question. That sounds like.
But
It could be
all we can do is go off of what they show us, right? So if they showed us Jax was first messing around with these dudes while he was in another place looking with his camera, that's all we got. We can speculate all we want.
But at the time, we didn't even know why they were separated.
But then we found out, didn't we?
No, not
They
really.
started it when this lady had just had a baby. Lewis said, JT said, go to this Diddy Bop party and get your rocks off that way. Had he never introduced her to another human being, another entity into their relationship, there would not have been anything else.
She did not have to agree. I object. She did not have to agree to go.
She wanted
Yes
to
or
please
no?
her husband. She wanted to please her husband.
Listen,
And that's what she messed up
the
with.
husband wanted to get the spark back because, as y'all know, libido goes down. You don't feel sexy when you're pumping the milk out and the whole nine. My man Lawrence Report just said that. So here we go with Lewis trying to save the marriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Instead of going outside of the marriage, he said, you know what, JT?
I guess.
What you say?
Like introducing it to be open.
That was an option. That was an option.
Well, he should have.
She went with it.
He should have rubbed on her a little bit more than and did what he's supposed to do.
Okay, I could roll with that. I can agree with that. But they both decided to do it.
JT started.
What came first, the egg? Or
okay, who did he start with?
Lewis. Told him about the sex club.
Oh, okay. Again, that was just a word. He ain't go in the room and say, "Hey, come here, let's mess around." He told Lewis, "Yo, I know about the sex club. It spiced up me and shorties. Maybe it'll work with you."
Doubt it because he always cheated on her. So
yeah, of course. And she said that too. Oh, the sex club. Yeah, JT was probably cheating on her again. He said that. She agreed with it.
Okay, can we talk about this sexy shoulder that Jax got?
Jax tried to save it by letting Lewis watch.
Right. That was funny. What you say, Candy Love?
Can we talk about Jax's sexy shoulder and her,
She always wore these shirts.
Yes.
Blouses. That's shoulder revealing. Do you like it?
Jax is sexy, yeah. That's why Morris kidnapped her. She had to run.
Is that appropriate outfit attire for a lawyer's office with another lawyer?
No.
You see what I'm saying? Look at your girl.
It's definitely not appropriate. She's a sexual being, and she like to show her little decollete.
How come when she going through problems, she got to be all sexy and exposing around other dudes?
I know you're not serious, Jay. I know you're not.
I'm just bringing up a conversation here. You talking about the shoulder, how sexy it is. You with another man and you going through problems, but why would you go through problems with Lewis? You got to be all exposing.
Well,
shoulder.
Pause.
I could damn near see her oveola. I mean, not an oveola, a freaking areola. I'm just throwing it out there.
You tried it.
Corey Chestnut should have a little bit more tact. He should have a little bit more restraint.
And he did.
I don't care if she coming in with a bathing suit on. He still need to keep his stuff to himself, okay?
He
That
did.
part.
And he did.
He
Salute
did
to him.
not. He kidnapped her.
Candy, you trying. See, now you trying.
He tried to feed her. He tried to feed her one time. That didn't work.
Man, that's awful.
He said, well, I'm going to just grab your hand and pull you back.
Do you want to leave? We didn't get to that part yet. We didn't get to that part.
Well,
I don't even know what was said. I know it was something about with the case, and y'all got me laughing. I can't remember. Jay, do you remember what was said?
I don't know. I only watched.
We talk about this shoulder here because I didn't even remember the shoulder until you brought it up.
I didn't even realize she had this shirt on. I remember the other shoulder. It's so funny because I started to wear one shoulder off today. But I was thinking of the white shirt she was wearing later on. I forgot that she had this one on. It's still cute. Get your shoulder on, girl.
Get your shoulder on.
Right. We are visible creatures, but when you're going through problems with your husband, you should not be exposing nothing.
What, you want a turtleneck on, Jay?
Yes.
Yeah,
she's a married woman.
Have a turtleneck on all the way up in here.
She does stuff without exposing her breasts. I could see the top part of her breasts.
The
okay,
breast is not even showing.
So she wear a snowsuit to work.
You pointed it out, so now I'm really looking at it.
But you looking at it anyway,
I'm
Jay.
a man. I got bionic eyes now. You know what I'm saying?
Just didn't know you were looking at it. Letitia, go ahead, please help me out.
I cannot know. Because all this reminded me of those church conversations when they always want the girls to make sure they cover up their legs because they might distract the deacons, they might distract the men. It's like men's need to learn how to control themselves, period.
Yeah.
Again, I can wear whatever I want. And she don't have to look like she got to be downtrodden just because she wants to be up with her husband.
Well, I'm not trying to say she need to be wearing a nun outfit. And yes, I do get you. Right? Y'all wear what y'all want. We got to restrain ourselves. I agree. But now that Candy pointed it out, this is for Candy. Put some clothes on, Jax.
Nope. Put your food away, Corey. How about that? Put your food away. Put your shirt away. Put your tie away. He be coming in the office looking good too, knowing she's married. I mean, why is she trying to tempt him? That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But you didn't say to him, why you wearing that suit? Why you looking so good in that suit? Why you smelling so good? Why you bringing
At least he ain't
say all of that.
Look. Letitia, at least he ain't wearing gray sweats. Okay. What she doing right there? That's like wearing gray sweats to us. Okay. Because I can halfway.
No, it is not.
I can see the side part of that. You know what I mean?
Oh my heavenly Father, keep me near the cross.
No.
Come on, I'm trolling y'all. Come on, let's go.
So she wore this same shirt to the therapist. You think she turning on the therapist as well, Jay?
Nah, my guy's good. He's straight. He an OG. He an OG.
He OG. Okay. So this is the solo session that he recommended from the last session they had where they was blowing up on each other. And I forgot what was the line. Can somebody help me out here? My mind is drawing a blank.
It's about unconditional love.
Right.
This was real
deep,
deep,
she
man.
haven't ever received it. She don't know what it looked like.
Yeah.
She don't believe in it because she never received it. And he just broke it down based on what you told me. You know, your mama deserted you, your father deserted you for drugs. You ain't never received unconditional love, and you don't believe in it because you never felt it, you never received it. I was like, dang.
And it's in itself, we know it's there.
I need that psychologist, man.
So, any thoughts of this therapy session, Candy?
No, this was a real conversation. Like, he broke it down like a shotgun. She didn't realize she didn't know what unconditional love was, and he pretty much pointed out you don't know what it is because you never had it. And unconditional love is loving without conditions. Like, I don't love you because you do this. I don't love you. I love you because you do this. I love you because you do that. No, you love somebody because you love them, not because of what they do for you. So she doesn't know how that is, and he broke it down. And I'm with Jay. Like, I need this man on speed dial. Hello.
Word.
Letitia.
Yeah, he gave really good perspective. It was a challenge to me too about um you loving people without judgment and all that sort of thing. Because I think it's difficult to have unconditional love. I think we say it, but it's hard to actually put into action, especially
Mhm.
when things get difficult. I guess the beauty of their relationship though is that they actually do both want it to work as opposed to wanting to give up. So that's a
Yes,
good thing for them.
yes, I will agree. Lauren.
I don't have nothing. I think Candy pretty much said it all. I'm agreeing with everything that she said basically. So yeah, she pretty much hit on the nail for me.
Hey, cool. Moving on. Uh oh. So Lewis is texting her and stuff, and I guess she having this daydream, or not a dream. Her thoughts going back to the past to September 2012. Um, they at the sex club. I guess what JT recommended, and guess what was playing? Sierra Body Party.
That's my joint. That's my joint.
Baby,
Okay, Lawrence.
that's your Lauren. Yeah.
Is it the same night or no?
Huh?
It's the same night. This is a different night.
I
They
think
kept
it's
going, so they kept going to these damn parties. All right, all right. Never
this.
mind. Never mind.
This the first party they went to, but yeah, this is after when she was pumping and doing work and stuff like that. So they went to this sex party, and then a guy approached the couple, and then he grabbed Jack's hand, you know, turning around, rubbing on her thighs and stuff, and she looking at Lewis, Lewis looking like at, at her with a smile. We getting all hot and bothered, and then next she's, they came home and they was getting it on, okay? And he had his face in the play. Any thoughts on this um, sex party?
This just proves my point earlier. You know what I said about Lewis, and this right here is a kink for Lewis. Right now, I can speak for me and Jay when I say what I'm about to say. Typically, if you're going to go to a party like this right here, right, it's going to be the man, the woman, and potentially another woman. Ain't no man, no regular man is going to get off on his wife being seduced by another man. I know Jay wouldn't. I know I wouldn't either.
Except for Diddy. Ugh, get off Diddy. Get off Diddy.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
I agree. I agree, bro. No, if it was another woman, you know, heck yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping. I'm gonna have two women and me. I'm with that. Um,
Of
but
course.
I want to say this. When I saw this scene, it just kind of let me know that Jax is easily excitable.
Mm.
Very, like when she is there, like I could just blow on her freaking shoulder and she'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like she's just too, like she's open when it's time to do stuff. You know what I mean? So that's another reason why when that whole season one happened,
Mm-hmm.
and then she was giving it out to the ex-con and doing this and do it was like just like that. She just instant wetification. So I agree. This is definitely a kink. I agree with Lawrence. He shouldn't have let that happen. They shouldn't have been at the party, period. But it is what it is.
Yeah, they should not been there. I think they should have found other ways to spark that flame. that's missing. So this was not it. Because JT, it worked for JT, don't mean it would work for you guys.
And that's something that
Long
there's
run.
definitely there's definitely something couples have to realize. Like you said earlier, just because it may work for JT, it may not work for you. Work for you. You and your wife, y'all may just need toys to get y'all going back to where y'all need to be versus some type of party. You know what I'm saying? So you have to figure out what works for you. But I guess it worked for them because Lewis had a twinkle in his eye. He's like, "Oh yeah, do that to my wife, Playboy."
I'm also gonna deduct some points from Lewis. I'm gonna deduct some points from Lewis
Oh,
because
you want to deduct some points for Lewis?
yeah, I'm deduct some points from Lewis for this because you are the leader of this household.
Mm.
Okay, you are leading your wife to mess around with another man. Come on. So he basically set himself up.
So are you saying that Lewis started it?
I'm saying that Lewis basically asked the question, do you want to go to this party so we can spice up our marriage? That's it. I'll deduct the point for him taking the advice from a man who he probably knew JT was messing around. It's because they both knew.
Mm.
It seems like all of them knew that JT was just like this adulterer, right? So for Lewis to bring it up, I blame it on both of them because it takes, you know what I'm saying? He didn't force her to go to this thing. So they both have to take responsibility. You know what I mean? Because she could have been like, nah, I ain't doing that. JT been messing around on a million times. We're not doing that. Let's do something else. Going back to Lawrence, let's get some toys. Let's go to the store and get the rose. Let's go and get some whatever.
Yep.
Or baby oil. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
so I blame both because it takes two.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I do. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I do appreciate about this. I'm glad it's not a woman because oftentimes women will be with a woman because that's what a man wants, and that's not necessarily what they want. They just become a damn lesbian out the blue, and that ain't who they really are.
Yeah,
They really not that. And
You're right.
far too often women say, "Well, that's what he wanted." You ain't never did that before until he asked you to do it. So I'm glad it was a man, just in this sense, not that it's right, but in this sense, I'm glad it was a man and not
I
a
can agree
woman
with you.
pushing up on her.
Yeah.
To the extent that you make her become something that she's not, you know. Even though
I
I'm
agree with you.
pretty sure she probably would do it anyway, but you know, you know,
I
yeah.
mean,
You watch
I'm
a,
glad they did.
either gender will work for me. So
you watch a lot of Tubi movies, Candy, so you already know.
And I watch a lot of TV, but
yeah,
these real life people,
Yeah.
celebrities, that talk about how their husbands, you know, ask them to get with another woman, and that's something they never done. So
Mm.
you know, now they're a damn lesbian. You know, like what? No, yeah. So
what about you, Letitia?
I mean, I'm not mad at them. If this is something that I think you get married, it's trial and error every day in relationships. So if they decided, let's try this, okay, cool. But just know that no decision you've made is without consequence.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be early on or it could be later on down the line. But I think that people should do whatever works for them. And if they decided, okay, this ain't gonna work for us, or this ain't gonna work for us anymore, then they'll just change it. But again, it's not without consequence.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
good
So any
job.
more thoughts on this
Bring some
party?
seriousness to this thing.
Yeah, because it's like, do you? But you know, now he like watching, and
And
now he
that's
has baby.
I can see
Keep
somebody
calm.
wanting to watch strangers do it because I would, but I don't want to watch my person with nobody else. Heck no. Flag on the play. No, we're not doing it.
Yeah, but it's a whole genre of
Yeah,
court.
yeah,
Swingers. They're called swingers, right?
No, there's a whole the one that where the man likes to watch.
yeah. Voyeur. He's a
Uh,
voyeur.
Voyeur.
the,
Voyeurism.
Voyeur.
Yeah, he's a
it's no,
voyeur.
it's a c word, but I don't want to say it on YouTube.
Cook you,
Please
cook.
don't.
Yep.
Cook.
Hmm.
Okay,
Uh,
gotcha.
Yep, it's a
Type it
whole.
in the private chat. Type it in the private chat.
Okay.
That's what we got it.
I be knowing, but I can't participate.
Reasonable swingers. I like that. I
Swingers.
like that, D. Kirk.
But now they're unreasonable because they have babies and things.
Okay. So we at court. So this is the day that what's her name? Jay?
Honey.
Honey is on the stand. Being cross-examined by the DA, assistant DA. And I guess the problem lies that she um said it was JT baby, and she asked he gave her money to get to unalive that baby, and she just took the money and she's still pregnant, and but JT is not. There's another player involved. I don't think Lucy knew that, but Jax do because we know it's her person. So when she crosses examined her, she asked her about is there a potential other father of the person besides JT who could be the possible daddy, and she said yeah. So um that discredit her as a, I guess, a witness. Why she was called again? Do anybody know?
Because she was the hoe of JT.
Yeah, but what what I gotta do with Shanelle though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I
I'm
didn't
with
get
you. I don't know what the purpose of calling her, because to me I felt like it was a disaster of a witness.
yeah,
And
that's
and I don't understand the point of what she had to say. Because how dare you? How are you mad that she stopped being friends with you? Stop, then you started ignoring you, icing you out, but you're sleeping with her whole husband. What in the
Oh, I
world?
remember. I remember what it is.
Okay, what is
okay.
it?
So the prosecution brought her up to try to show how she changed on her, and she changed into a whole different person with the potential of taking out JT. So she was talking about they was trying to discredit Shawnee's character,
Yeah.
to say that she changed, and once she changed, she had the potential of taking out JT. So that's what they was trying to do. But of course, here comes Jax. Like, basically, you lied, you lied, you lied, you lied. You knew this and you knew that. And you know what I'm saying? Why should we believe anything that you're saying right now? You
But that
honey.
strategy was stupid. But then also, I
Yeah.
feel like Jax, that could have blown up in her face. That I felt
I'm
like she
just
was taking a chance.
Yeah.
Because what if she had blurted out, well, the other person is your husband? I mean,
then
she's like,
then
oh my,
saying,
it
I
would have
was
turned into a Tyler Perry film at that moment right there.
exactly. But I'm just feeling like that could have totally happened if she was really didn't care about the entire situation. What if she did that? I said,
And
"Ooh, Jax."
that
yeah,
is why this case is so, it's a little bit too personal for Jax because of all the connections she has within that case. And like you said, she definitely could have went off the deep end. I feel like she was about to go off the deep end, but she slowly reeled herself back in. But she set it up to Tony to let her know that, yeah, I know you've been sleeping around with Lewis, and I know that is Lewis' baby right there, basically.
And
yep.
she didn't alert Corey either. He should have known this information.
Andy, are you there?
Yes. I'm glad it didn't go the other way. But it was stupid of them to try to think they could use her to show that Chanel had reason to unalive her husband because he has a baby on the way, but she didn't even know the lady was pregnant, so that didn't work. Like I don't even know if they even talked to Tony to ask her any questions. Like, do they ask the witnesses questions before they bring them on the stand? Like, because that would it didn't make sense if they did. If they did, like she should have told y'all. No, she didn't know. Like, I mean, well, maybe she. I don't know. I just think that was dumb, like y'all said. But I like the way Jax roped it in, and it did not flip back on her. It was a. You a liar and the truth ain't in you, and he's not the other person. He's not the only person I was sleeping with. So
Right.
I'm glad it came out and not too much on the Lewis side.
Yeah. I was waiting for it to be a Jerry Springer moment or something.
You was waiting on the other shoe to drop.
The judge just banging the gavel, ordering the court. I thought it was gonna be all chaos. I
Yeah.
thought she hit out the bag, but she kept it professional. Oh Lord. Crystal is in office with Daniel. I guess she asking him for help with her LSAT, right? No, maybe so. I can't remember. Sorry.
I think she was talking to Daniel about whether or not she was afraid that Jax was gonna be mad if she told her about the LSAT.
Yeah, I don't think he knew at first, um, of what she was doing.
Yeah,
So
she just told him about her concerns. She's like, yeah, she relies on me, and he's like, nah, she relies on me more than she relies on you. You should tell her. Like he was just trying to reassure her that it should be okay for her to tell Jax.
okay, cool. So we in court, and we have another I guess someone on the stand. Do y'all remember who this is? Is this the psychologist or something? Psychologist. Okay. So this is the psychologist, and they was cross examining her and stuff like that. And we see after the court proceedings, they in the back. She's talking to Corey, and she dismissed Corey to talk to her friend. Okay, so this is where she wants to remove herself as a client in this moment and step in to friend mode to Jax and ask was is everything okay? It's like one of those check on your strong friends moment. And because she can tell that something's wrong, something's off with Jax. And Jax told her about Lewis and Tony, and it's his baby, probably his baby and stuff like that. And she broke down and they hug, and and then Chanel gave her the name Homie. That's what the name came from. So yeah, she was just checking on. She says it's okay, it would be okay and stuff like that. So any thoughts on all this?
I
Any
appreciate Chanel for finally putting her guard down and realizing that her friend Jax needed her at this time. I feel like Chanel, throughout this, whenever she got sentenced to jail, that she's been very defensive against Jax, even though Jax is working hard she can to get Chanel released. But Chanel did realize that something was up with Jax, and of course, Jax ended up breaking down. She was able to finally tell Chanel what's going on. And, you know, Chanel is right. We have to check on our strong friends. Sometimes we know our strong friends to be the Superman of the group. They carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, but eventually all that weight comes crashing down. That's what we have seen,
yeah,
unfortunately, with Jax, when she was, releasing everything that she's been going through with. And I'm glad Chanel was able to be there, as a friend finally for Jax.
I agree.
Yep.
Uh, Candy.
I know. I was saying I agree.
Oh, okay. Letitia. Any thoughts?
Nope, I agree too. Because
Okay.
I was still mad at her from last week, talking all crazy to Jax like that.
Yeah, I know. It left a sour taste in my mouth too.
I still don't trust her. She's hiding a secret. I don't
Girl,
care if she's now being all sympathetic to her. Okay, we know that she's still hiding something over
I
this
agree.
money. Okay, yeah, I gotta be the objection here. You know what I mean? That was cool. That was nice. That was nice.
over the money or over who
Over
unalived Jay?
who took JT, everything. You know what I'm saying? She's still part of it, man. I don't trust her. I still don't trust
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
I know you have a question about that. Thank you, Jay. Aren't you supposed to at least tell your lawyer the truth?
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm,
You
And she
supposed
still
to,
ain't
so
tell her,
they can
even when
work.
she asked her.
She's
Right, so they
supposed
can
to.
work the angles.
She's supposed.
suppose.
She's supposed to, but it's obvious that Chanel is protecting somebody. It's somebody that is very, very important to her, which we still don't know. But yeah, she's supposed to definitely tell the truth. But
If
what
that's
she,
your best friend, bro, why not tell the truth to Jax?
I,
Then Jax can figure out how to maneuver this thing. Like if she told her the truth, then Jax and Corey can come up with a whole different plan to still spin it that she does get off,
right,
and then somehow, figure it out. But you're not even like giving her that one key thing. And I
right.
guess that if she did, then we wouldn't have a show, right? So they're gonna hold this out until whenever,
I
you
mean,
know.
whether she told them the truth or not, it's their job to create reasonable doubt. It's their job.
Correct. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
But she should have told the truth. That's why I don't trust her. Best friend. I don't trust her.
I don't
well,
trust
Still.
that
look,
ninja
she's
hoe.
funny in that moment, so she don't have
Mm,
I don't
mm-mm-mm.
trust Shawnee, man.
to. So we get a scene at the house. Lewis is at the house and he's cooking dinner. So I guess he's over for dinner with the family, and Jax is still in her feelings about what had transpired, and she's they laughing at the table. You don't hear what they saying because it's like a music playing, and everything was like kind of going in slow motion a little bit. And I guess Lou was at the table telling the kids some kind of story, and she just smiling. And then she got up, went to I think the washroom or her room, closed the door, and she's crying. And Lewis eventually came to check, and then she told him to go. Any thoughts?
I think this is the part where Jax, came home and he basically had to tell Jax that the kid is his. And soon as he said that, that's when the kids came rushing in, and the look on Jack's face was absolutely disgusted because unfortunately she had to mask her, her feelings and her appearance, because she was really hurt deep down, but she had them put on a good show, unfortunately, for the kids. And then that's when we saw her go to the bathroom, slide down the wall, and the rest is history.
Thank you, Lawrence. You are the father, Lewis. For
Call
really.
Mari. Call Mari.
And
What?
this scene with the kids, them masking for the kids, is just a calm before the storm. They're gonna have to tell these children. And did y'all see the look that Tony Honey gave Jax when she got off the stand?
Mm-hmm.
That
Yes.
is precisely why they're going to need to tell the kids. She's going to have, or this is precisely why she needs to decide whether or not this is the marriage she really wants. Because Tony about to be a problem. Period. She's going to be the baby mama from HE double hockey sticks.
Is
Child.
Tony gonna make it out?
Huh?
Is Tony gonna make it out?
Out of this show?
Yeah. Because if
Uh,
she already gonna be a problem, somebody might try to
This is
solve a
not this
problem.
is not power, ma'am. This is not power. She's gonna make it
Oh,
out. What are you talking about?
my bad. My bad.
You doing the gangsterism up in this show.
right. Right.
She's not
I
gonna
just
be.
want
We should take her out. She pregnant. She's gonna be a problem. Tariq, go get
Right.
it, Tariq.
I send Drew. I put Drew on the job. He's I know they'll be gone.
Well, look, I gotta give it up to Lewis because let's go back to the intricate piece. The
Mhm.
intricate piece is she came in. My guy, he's cooking dinner. The reason why he's in the kitchen because he's taking care of his children. He's making dinner. He's still a father and is still a husband. So that's why he's in the
I'm a
kitchen.
father, Jax. I'm a father.
I mean, father, exactly. Now, the piece that we missed or we didn't speak of yet, We probably seen it. Is that she came in and said, "I miss you." Okay. She's trying to
Oh yeah.
open it up where it's like, okay, I'm letting you know, even though I'm mad at you, I'm annoyed with you, I still miss you and I still love you. She's still working it out. The bad timing, though, for Lewis is that instead of saying, "I miss you too," which I wanted him to say,
Mm.
he said, "I got the results. I'm the father." Bro,
This guy.
you could have waited, bro. But
Yeah, like you waited to tell her initially.
exactly, like bad timing. You know the kids are gonna come in. You know you cooking dinner. "I miss you." It should the response should be, "I miss you too," because he's like, "Really?
So
I'm
you
the
think you should
father."
tell her after dinner?
That was just bad timing for me. You know what I mean? So
Now, in the real world, I hope if a man had to break this news, I hope people not necessarily break it at. I know a lot of people are not good with reading the room, right? So
right.
I will hope in the real world, if you have to break this news to your woman, you won't do it at dinner table. You'll more than likely do it when it's just y'all two, the kids are going to bed, whatever the case may be. That's what I would hope. But for Lewis, he just blurted out like, "Yo, yeah, that kid is mine, by the way. You want any more salt? You
You
need more?"
know, bad timing.
Like
Bad
Yeah.
pass
timing.
the keys. Like, dude.
Yeah, bro. Wait till you eat. Then when y'all go in the room, or then when the kids are in their room, say, "Hey, listen, I got the results."
Mm-hmm.
But again, this is a TV show.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
But I think it also speaks to how I was not a fan of Lewis in season one. I find him to be extremely selfish in a lot of ways. And I don't know if we talked about it yet. Did we miss it? But did we get to Lewis's individual session?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Not
we didn't
yet.
get there yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay, my bad. Because I wasn't feeling what he said in that session either.
Yeah, but homeboy, he straightened them out. That's why we need a therapist. I think all black people need that therapist right there. That guy.
That guy.
Yeah. I'm with you, Letitia. Yeah. He straightened him out though.
Yeah, he did. They talk about this case. They talk about. I think this is where Corey opened up about his other client. No, that he trying to help.
Yes.
Yes.
After she leaves, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And she said that Crystal can do it, and Crystal's looking like
I need to go study.
she didn't want to say it. She was scared. She's terrified of Jax,
Yeah.
and Corey, helped her out with that, and she basically said she's taking the LSAT, and Jax was like, "Oh, great, congratulations! I'm happy for you." It wasn't no blow up, so that was good in that on that area. And I guess Jax was gonna stay there late, and I think she needed to call because somebody got to look after the kids. Call Lewis because he was working, I guess, on his software game technology thing, his job and stuff like that. I think he said he couldn't do it, and then she said, "Forget it. I'll get my mom to look after the kids." And we get a flashback to March 2017. Him trying to work on this game and a young looking innocent Jax with his hair. Um, listen to his pitch and stuff. Like it's just a flashback of like happier times. And now we in his therapy session. I know Letitia is eager to go there. So go ahead and take the floor.
I am eager because this flashback was when he asked Jax if he could run his presentation by her. And
Mhm.
when she started giving him pointers, he got upset about it and said, "Never mind, I'll just do it on my own. I don't need your help to get a promotion." So he has something that, because then in his therapy session, he talks about this is what I didn't like. I didn't like his response to like saying, "Why do I have to be the one to do this? I forgave, I did this. Why do I have to be the one to come to her and say, I'm sorry? Why do I have to be the one?" And it came off as whiny. But also, it's like, what is that on the inside of you that feels like you can't just be who you are and stand up to your wife? And then, to me, that flashback, I think the reason why we got that flashback is because I think he has always felt in some way less than Jax. I don't know why that is, and I'm not sure that she ever did anything to make him feel that way, but that's something that he needs to address because it affects how they communicate in
I
the
think that
relationship.
happens to a lot of men, unfortunately, especially if you're marrying a woman of a certain caliber that may have a higher, more paying job, a better college degree. But you had to know that, Lewis, whenever y'all was getting together, you had to know that she was going to go on to be this big time lawyer, and you was going to be. I forgot his actual title. I think he works at like a video game company or something like that. You had to know there's going to be a difference in the pay scale and the way that sometimes people see y'all. Now, sometimes that is a bad thing for men, and some men are able to accept that their woman does have a high paying job. Some men can't handle that right there.
I don't think that's his main issue. I agree with you guys kind of. I think he has a level of insecurity
Right.
because I don't think it's because of the money or the job. I think it's because that's just in him, as you said, Letitia.
Mm.
He's the type, and some of us are like that. Some of us are not open to criticism of our own stuff, especially art, especially something that we're doing. When he asked her, hey, let me know what you think about this presentation, he really didn't want her to give feedback. He just wanted her to listen, be like, okay, that was cool. Maybe you can, and she really was like, yo, you need to be more confident. And he just was sensitive about that. He's a very sensitive man, as
Yeah.
we see at the very end. So I
Mm.
don't think it has anything to do with she's a lawyer, because he's bigging her up. He's like, yeah, you're a big time lawyer, da 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 da. Because if he had a problem with that, he wouldn't be so encouraging to elevate her when she's becoming a partner, elevate her as she's moving up in the ranks. You know what I'm saying? A man
Yeah.
won't do that if he has a problem with her job or how much money she's making. But I think he's just a very sensitive dude. And he was a little bit oversensitive when he asked her to critique. That's the point of you. Hey, come tell me what you think about this presentation.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
she tells him, and she's like, oh, well, forget it. I'm good. It hit his ego. It hit him in the heart.
Right. I
And
mean,
he
he should know at that point well enough how she will give feedback.
but even though you know it, sometimes the blow doesn't feel good. You can know a person for years. And they
Ask.
say something to you, you be like, well, damn, it hit me in the heart. Really didn't like that. So even though he knows her and he knows that she can be critical, but in a good way, like good, like, hey, I want you to be, she's trying to elevate him too. But sometimes the way things are said, the blow just hurts a little bit. That's
Yeah.
just my opinion.
Like y'all said, the therapist did get him together because he said, do you want to be right or do you want to be married?
Yes.
That part.
That was deep. That was good.
Swallow your pride. Swallow your pride, Lewis, which is hard a lot of times for
Yeah.
a man. You know what I'm saying? And that one liner, this show right here, the one thing I love about the show, the writing is absolutely crisp. They give us a
Amazing.
lot of good one liners here and there. And that was one of the best ones I heard.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree, bro. I agree.
Yes.
Candy love. Are you there?
Yeah, I agree with everybody. Yeah, Lewis just needs to take him a Xanax. What not Xanax? Jesus,
She went straight to
what's
the
what's it? Zantac. Uh,
He need to smoke some
Pepsid.
hashish, some
He need a
marijuana.
Pepsid AC or something because when Jax give it to you, you got to be able to swallow it, bro. You can't let it leave a lump in your throat. You got to just take it, digest it, and move forward. Because she's not telling you anything wrong. And I understand you're an artist and you're sensitive about your ish, but I'm gonna need you to to put a little oomph in it. You got to deliver the thing, bro. I guess that's why you still at home doing what you're doing, because you ain't delivering it right. I don't know. So but
yeah.
y'all, I agree with everything y'all said.
We
And they was
also okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mona.
I was just saying, I just noticed that season one, that's how he was acting when they broke it down his personality and stuff. I'm like, That's why you used the way in season 1. That's what I was thinking.
We also have to, if we go and put this on Lewis, we got to put it on Jax too. Oh, he should know that she's critical in the way that she does, but we got to put it on Jax too and say, hey, you should know you married a sensitive man. So there's a certain way that you need to kind of talk with him if you want to get your message across too. So it goes on both hands. I know we talking about Lewis and putting it on Lewis. He's sensitive and all this and that, but she's also married to him, and she's supposed to know him too. So if I know my partner may not receive this message in the right way, I'm going to try to cater it so she can understand my message, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to do it, because if I don't want war, if I want peace, this is the way I got to do it.
Yeah, so you have to change your words with certain people. You can't be the same way with everybody. You have to use certain words, certain verbiage with certain people. And you should have just listened to him and then ask, now, do you want feedback? And if he wanted it, give it to him in a delicate way, because, you know, he's a man that's a little sensitive. I hate using that word sensitive, though. We got to find another word.
No, it's real. That's real.
I mean, but
not saying that he's soft. We ain't saying he's soft. We're just saying with wording and stuff. Yeah, he's a little sensitive.
Sensitive sounds soft though. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you got to read the room, as we say. Read the room. Know who you're talking to. Know your audience, because you're not going to speak to every person in the same manner. Like, even though it was, to me, that was light. She was encouraging him and giving him pointers. Like, well, you need to get to the point. Like, go there first, then go here. And he had an issue with the direction she was giving him, and so.
Well, she was saying, like, you know what she was saying? She was saying, like, yo, you talking a little soft, bro. That's what she was basically saying. Like, you need to be sure in how you're presenting this. That's what she was saying. And that's why he said, well, why you got to be so harsh? So it hit him in the ego, hit him in the heart. Okay.
Was she being harsh though? I mean, I felt like Candy. She was a little light, and he just was overly sensitive. And I was thinking, like, you asked her for her opinion, but I guess you're right. I guess she could have just sat there and just listened, and then asked if you wanted to get feedback. But I got the impression that this was like the first time. I would think that if he blew up on her a time before this, she would have been a bit more sensitive this time.
Yeah.
So I got the impression that maybe this is her first time finding out. So now she's like, because she jumped up immediately when he asked. She was busy too.
Yeah.
And when he said, hey, I want to run my presentation, but she jumped right up. Okay, sure. So it's not like she's trying to be harsh or break them down or anything like that. I feel like she was trying to be supportive, but in truth, us watching, I was like, boy, this presentation is boring, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I'm like,
the direction.
I agree with you. To all of us, it seemed very soft, but again, it's not about our perception, it's about his perception. To him, and this may be the first time, just like you said. So to him, he probably was like, well, damn, I thought I was doing it with confidence. I thought I was doing. Oh, you know what? Forget it. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really hit him by surprise. You know what I mean? So he's like, all right, I'm good.
And then by her being a lawyer too, she's always going to be like, always strong and have these words. They may seem a little
direct.
Very direct. She's a lawyer, so you got to be mindful of who you asking for critique. Because I know some people I'm not gonna ask, because I know I ain't calling Jay for shit.
That's messed up. But
wow. That was a joke.
But also, we got to remember, she's a lawyer. So what? You leave that at the door. I'm your husband. You're my wife. We talk differently. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. The way we talk to our colleagues is way different than we talk to our spouses or our significant other. So she had to be mindful of that too.
Yeah, she had to know when to turn it off and turn it on.
Right.
But again, that wasn't harsh to me. But his shit was raggedy.
Well, we know you harsh, so you could be way worse than what she did. That's why you saying it's not harsh.
Yeah, that was light work to me. But he was raggedy though. Y'all, we know, everybody in America know that Lewis was real raggedy on his delivery.
Man, you said everybody in America. You funny.
That's funny. Hilarious. Yeah. So we at the office. We working late. Um, I think she had like a breakdown, if I'm not mistaken, about what her and Lewis is going through. Cause Corey asks, "Is everything okay? Is everything okay?" Like that. Cause low key he don't want it to be, but she says she has to go because I guess she was flooded with emotions. I don't know.
Yeah, this was the part he was telling about the DV and all of that. This was the part. The other part was just about the intern, the
Okay.
other girl.
And
This
he
is the
was
part he's talking about it. Yeah.
he was talking
All
about
the-
blaming himself for, I think it was the Latina girl that
Yeah.
was locked up. He's like, yo, I need this domestic violence case. He said, I have to get both these cases solved right here. Because for one, these cases going to help launch his name into a bigger light as well. But at the same time, he really do care about these victims,
Right. He says we're not just saving one life.
Right. Yep.
Saving mine, and we're saving,
Yeah.
hers as well. Because the original girl had a public defender, and that's why she's locked up. And we saw him visit her, remember, earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's still trying to get her out. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but he said that he defended the person who was doing it to her at one point. And then he got off and then did it, and he was
he feels
now
guilty. Yeah, he feels guilty.
Yeah, feels guilty on that end. So
shout out to old girl for taking her power back.
well, that part.
Okay. For
Because he
real.
should have stayed where he was. He came to harass her.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, so he opened up about that, and then he knows something is awful with Jax. He knew that, like, I guess a couple of days now, that something is wrong. He asks her, "Is everything okay?" and stuff like that. And I can't remember. Did she open up about, like, she just her and Louis going through something right now? Did she say that actually? Anyone?
I think this is the part where he's basically talking about how he's feeling about these cases, and I think she tried to give him some words of encouragement, and she started patting him on the back, and I think it goes to hugging. Y'all know what happened after that. I think that's how it went down.
Then he kidnapped her.
But she never said. But did she ever say anything was wrong at the house?
I don't think so. I think she was being encouraging to him.
Yeah, I don't think she
Rubbed him on
said
the back.
anything about her and Lewis. I think.
Yeah, and then she was, about to walk away, and he held her hand. It's like, you want me to let you go? She's like, no. And then she turned around, and then he was about to get the slimmy dimmy, and then all of a sudden he was about to kiss. It was like this, and then she just, all the memories of Lewis came into her mind all at the same time, the marriage and everything, and all the love, and she was like, no, I gotta stop. I'm like, dang. Aries, it didn't happen, Aries. Sorry.
I just saw that damn I was close at the bottom. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
He said, damn.
Because he wanted it, and he asked her, "Do you really want to go? Like, do you want to go?"
She's like, no.
She was contemplating. Then all the flashbacks came. She thought about it. It's not worth it, right?
And then they played my
it would be like a attack thing going on.
Yeah, they was playing my song by her, one of my favorite artists. I was like, oh, perfect time.
Yes.
Perfect time. We could have been.
Yeah.
We could have been.
That joint is dope. I love that song too. Yeah. Coulda, woulda.
That song almost got me in trouble a long time ago.
Tell us the story. Tell us.
I
Tell
was
us. Come on. You brought it up. Share.
I just said what I said.
Put it in the private chat.
Listen, when I heard that song, I said, God damn it, Ray.
I could say that one of my exes sent me that song.
Ooh.
And I'm like, shorty, what you doing? You married. You better stop this. This song reminded me of us. I was like, stop. You married. Bye.
But it was close. It was, but, Lucy is Lucy is, I guess, outside of work, leaving work, and my guy came up, asked her, "Is your name Lucy such and such?" And he said, "You've been served." So basically, I guess the ex won't cuss some because he said that's my child too, and I have rights and stuff like that. So, mm you think they gonna elaborate on her situation next episode?
Yes, if they keep putting the camera on her with this situation, yes, they're going to keep doing it. Like it's a storyline that we're not interested in, but yes, they keep bringing us to this. Okay, all right, slowly but
Keep dropping
surely.
a little.
Yeah, they dragging it out. Yeah.
I need
So
her to
y'all
call
think
up for your friends though, because baby, she needs to put him under the jail or something. Because how did he get out? I don't know. I want more. I know everybody don't like Lucy, but I want to hear more of her backstory. Tell
More, I
us
want
what the deal is. More of Lucy's backstory. I want to know what this is. Because
I like to hear details of what transpired between the two.
yes,
yeah,
please.
and I wonder if like maybe Corey would have to help her out some kind of way. Like would that be a story for next season maybe?
Maybe they have to be on the
Since
same side after she loses, of course. So
of course.
Right, that. So we see a scene where Jax is come home to an empty house. The kids are not home. She going around, seems like she going to every room, touching, folding stuff. And she came across a picture of her and Lewis at their wedding on their wedding day. And then we see Lewis pull up, and he's at the door. And of course, Luther Vandross song is playing in this whole scene. Can't forget about that. So he came to the door, he came in, and he cried his eyes out about their love and how they are for each other and stuff like that. I don't have the playback play by play of what he said, but basically, he was pouring his heart out. Jackson's standing there with that face, and then she eventually shed some tears as well as him. So he wasn't the only one that shed a tear because I think deep down she might know they made for each other. They wanted to work. And she still love him. So
Jax, you are my everything. I cannot breathe without you. I don't know what I would do. Just paraphrasing, but yeah, he definitely cried his heart and soul out to Jax. And I just got one quick question that I have to ask the ladies right quick. I looked on social media, I was on Twitter, I was looking at hashtag reasonable doubt, and I was just looking to see what the ladies were saying. All the sisters, right? A lot of the
mhm.
sisters were saying that they would for sure take back Lewis. So my question to you ladies, if you don't mind answering, if you was in the situation, again, if you don't mind answering, cool. But if you was in the situation, would you take back Lewis?
Hell yeah, I ain't giving up my husband to that
Oh,
scoundrel.
okay, okay.
Yeah, but at this point you kind of got to do the pros and cons, and I'm pretty sure the pros outweigh the cons when it comes to Lewis. Them in their relationship, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll take.
no. um, I don't do babies.
Damn.
Mm.
Um,
Breakup babies.
it is a breakup baby. Okay. In all fairness, I'm honestly unsure. At
Okay,
this age now, I'm a no. It's like
gotcha.
I really don't do babies. I can't with that because I feel like it's just again Tony's gonna be a problem for them. And also I hate two things like please don't waste my time and don't waste my money. And I feel this happened to my cousin where he was married to somebody else. She had a baby, but they were still married. So now
Mm.
he's responsible for this baby that is not his because they were married. And I don't know if that is the opposite, if that goes for the opposite, or if it's based on state or whatever, or if Jax is automatically going to be responsible for it or not. But I think all of those things need to be weighed out, because my first answer is no. But and we can just co-parent beautifully and all that jazz, because I just don't know if I could accept, yeah, the baby. Not that there's anything wrong with the baby, because I would never mistreat the baby or anything like that. Baby is very innocent, you know,
Mm-hmm.
sort of thing. I still believe that the kids need to know their siblings and all that sort of thing, but that doesn't mean that I don't know if I would want to be in the position where now I got to raise this baby too.
That's fair. That's fair.
What about the other kids though? What about Spencer?
What
Wouldn't
about
you
him?
wouldn't take him back to continue to raise the children that you already have?
They already my kids, so I mean, what you mean?
But you wouldn't take him back, like
Like I
take
said, we
accept
can
him back.
beautifully co-parent. They were co-parenting, not living together when it first started, so we could beautifully co-parent otherwise. I'm just saying. I don't know. They're a little bit younger, I think, than me, but I was like, I don't know at this age, 'cause especially when you get to the point where you almost done
Mm-hmm.
from another baby.
So
Mm.
what if you were Jack's age with these kids?
That's what I'm saying. It really would depend. It probably would take us a few more sessions
Okay.
with the therapist
I mean,
for.
if you set up a game plan, right? Like, let's say we weigh out the pros and cons. We say, hey, this is the situation. It's another challenge that we're dealing with.
It is, but then also in the next 6 months, and then the 6 months after that, we'll be reevaluating, because again, Tony is a factor in this situation. And also, not only that, by the way, after Jax and Corey win this case, it is then going to come out that actually this woman's baby, who was a witness for the prosecution, is
Mm.
actually
Mm.
the defense attorney's husband's baby. It's
Baby.
embarrassing. So I'm just saying, it affects more than just their personal lives. He made it not personal anymore when it was somebody else, and now she's high profile. So
Yeah.
all of those things would I'd have to take that into consideration, because she has other. She's going to continue to be a high powered attorney. Is
Mm.
this going to blacken her reputation?
Mm.
I hear
You
you.
know?
I hear you.
Well, you know what? I'm glad y'all said all that, because do the baby got to come to my house?
That's not right if they don't.
Because it's gonna be, why did you take him back if the baby can't come right? That's
Right. You accept them back, you got to accept the whole thing.
and then the baby
Yeah.
might look more like him than my kids look. Man,
It's a lot to think about. It's a
It's
lot
a
to think
lot
about.
of in-depth stuff going
yeah,
on right here.
I would take my husband back, but however, like, y'all be one of them ones y'all be talking shit about, because y'all be like, well, why she take him back? But listen, Tony should
Katie.
have thought about that when she knew she got pregnant by a married man. She should have thought about that. That ain't my problem. That's Tony's problem. So,
Mm.
oh
Hey,
God,
Kirk.
just don't let that happen to me in real life, because y'all will be talking about me for real.
No, we won't.
Yeah,
We'll be there for you. We'll support you.
I'm telling you now.
Well, any other thoughts on this? And then it was a wait. And then it ended. So that was the end of the episode. Any other thoughts on this whole Luther
I thought it
Vandross?
was a beautiful ending. I thought Luther Vandross' song was definitely like very good.
Yeah.
Um, you know, like Lewis wants to do the right thing. What he said in that is that, yeah, you call me that in, but I'm not that in, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to be that in. I messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was bearing his heart. And I love the writing. And I love the honesty that Lewis gave to her. Like, he just poured it out. Like, I would love you no matter what. I wonder if the therapist gave him a key, because they had separate sessions. At the end of Jax's session, we find out that Jax has never experienced unconditional love. What Lewis said at the end was, I'm going to love you no matter what. We cannot be together. Okay. But that's not going to stop me from loving you and being here for you. So I wonder if the therapist gave him that key and said, hey, listen, this is what I discovered with your wife, that she needs unconditional love and needs to know that you're going to be there for her no matter what, whether she's going to continue to love you or not. If you truly love her, be there for her no matter what. And I think that's what got her to the point of crying, of course, but also to say, wait.
Yeah, because he was laying on the couch and he jumped up and ran over there like a cheetah or gazelle in the field of Africa, Lord Jesus. He was on his way to get his woman. And I was happy for him in that moment. I really was. Yeah. I really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he might be a little bit too late, though.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nah.
We're gonna
the way Jax was crying, no, I don't think so. I think she felt that in the gut, in her soul. Yeah. Because again, not finally realizing that you don't know what unconditional love is, and that she always operated like this. There has to be conditions. And once the therapist pointed that out, she's like, I never experienced this. So why would I believe that it's real? And here comes Lewis. It's real. Unconditional love is real. I love you no matter what.
So are we done with Corey, Cash, and Jax? Because I feel like it was kind of like a tease of what could happen. They didn't get freaky all the way. Do you think Jax is going to run back to him, or is she completely done? Like, yo, Lewis is the one. Whatever me and Corey had a little fling, it's not going to happen.
Lawrence, like, he want to see two chocolate syrups mixing together.
No, I'm not like Lewis. I'm not like Lewis.
What?
I'm not like Lewis.
And I ain't mad at it. But
no, I don't think Jax is going to go back and entertain that. She already shut it down.
Yeah.
Once she was like, no, I can't do this, and the possibilities there, and then after this speech from Lewis, man, I think she's locked back in. They're going to lock back in and figure it out.
I think so.
How is the atmosphere going to be at work?
The atmosphere is going to be a little bit awkward. Strange. Jax and Corey going to have that conversation about what went down and get back focused on the case.
Yeah, and boundaries.
Yeah.
No more Chinese after dark.
No more Chinese, man. No more 4-piece chicken wing and beef fried rice. Can't do it.
Egg rolls.
No egg rolls. No soy sauce. Can't do it.
Because he won't give his egg roll in the soy sauce.
There you go.
Right.
I gotta wrap this up. So those
yes, we do.
Replay crew, let us know your thoughts on should Jax and Corey smash, or do you think that Jax should take Lewis back? Let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and make sure you like, share, subscribe to everyone up here on this panel. Yeah, so I see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.